So with a hurricane bearing down on my town, I guess I'm left with the big question. Do I stay home or do I cruise?
Weather now, as all eyes on the Gulf of Mexico as we are tracking Tropical Storm Milton. The 11 o'clock advisory just dropped, but so far this morning we have been seeing some quick strengthening of the storm. Here you can see it right behind me. This is a look at it kind of fanning out, kind of a sign that we're seeing this storm breathing in some life and fine-tuning that potential landfall to be. Because with a storm like this, a small difference in, say, 10 miles.
Okay, this all looks pretty not good. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. There is a storm a-brewing in the Gulf of Mexico, and that thing, like I said, is making a beeline for where I live, for this town, Spring Hill, Florida, Tampa, just south of us. This is where my family lives. This is where my house is. And we just had this kind of challenge a week ago with Hurricane Helene. We got lucky when it came to Helene. Of course, the West Coast, just a few miles from us, had storm surge. There was a lot of damage out at Hernando Beach. That was true all the way up the West Coast of Florida. But if you're looking at the real devastation from Helene, it is the lives lost in North Carolina, in Tennessee, lives disrupted, things gone that will never return. It's one of the saddest things. It's the weirdest thing, right? We've talked about it before. Our fortune of not having a bad time with Helene certainly can manifest as somebody else's misfortune, which we have seen. And so we're in that scenario again. And like I said, we've got a little bit of a different scenario because we got a big plan coming up over the next few days to go celebrate the arrival of Princess's brand new cruise ship, the Sun Princess, finally coming to Florida. And let me say this from the onset, cruising is not as important as, taking care of your family and taking care of your stuff and, doing what you got to do during a hurricane. I'm certainly not bemoaning the fact that that is my lot right now. But, we do talk about cruising. And for us, there was some decisions to make. And we've actually made some decisions. But let me lay out what we were looking at for next week and tell you how that has changed. You may remember that I was supposed to be on the very first inaugural sailing of the Sun Princess in Barcelona earlier this year, but that cruise got canceled. And because of my thyroid surgery, I wasn't able to make the makeup cruise. So I've just been waiting with bated breath for the Sun Princess to come over here to Florida. And it is. My buddy Don is on that cruise right now, the transatlantic. I can't wait to see Don in a few days if everything goes the way it's supposed to go. But for us, we made a grand plan to really take in everything when it came to the Sun Princess. What we planned to do was to leave Spring Hill, Florida here on Tuesday, make the drive across the state to Fort Lauderdale, and be positioned for when the Sun Princess first makes her arrival to Fort Lauderdale. We wanted to share that with you. That's Tuesday, the 8th. Now, on the 9th, we were just going to hang out in Fort Lauderdale, find something interesting to get into, maybe be able to connect with some people that were on the ship, like our buddy Don. And then when the 10th rolls around, there's a big party scheduled for the Sun Princess. The Princess is throwing, and they're going to have all kinds of entertainment and special celebrities. Just really a big celebration for the Sun Princess. And then starting on the 11th, there's going to be a 3-day cruise for media folks, for people that make content. We're invited on that. So we're going to be on a 3-day sailing, 11, 12, 13, and back on the 14th. That is assuming that Uncle Milton doesn't shut down Port Everglade, that it doesn't impact the itinerary of the Sun Princess. That's on the east coast of Florida, but more pressing for me, if Hurricane Milton doesn't do damage here in Tampa and in Spring Hill. So we've made a decision. Hurricane Milton it's not a hurricane yet. I keep saying Hurricane Milton. I think at some point it will be Hurricane Milton according to all of the predictions. But this storm, Tropical Storm Milton, has impacted our travels for next week. We have a hotel booked for the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and we would get on the ship on the 11th. We've decided not to go to Fort Lauderdale for the 8th and the 9th, so we will miss the Sun Princess coming into Fort Lauderdale. What we're going to do is we're going to get up on the morning of the 10th and go over to Fort Lauderdale, go to the party, and then get on the cruise the next day. If everything is still agreeable for us, we're expecting impacts from tropical storm / hurricane Milton starting late Tuesday night. It should make landfall on Wednesday. And so by Wednesday night, Thursday morning, we'll know what the what is, whether it's another situation where we fared okay or a situation where we have stuff to deal with. Like I said, the cruising is secondary to all of this. The thing that's most important is taking care of each other and taking care of our family and dealing with this crisis as it unfolds and hoping for the best. It's just a great reminder that, you know, sometimes we have sunny days and sometimes we have stormy days. And in both of those life circumstances, sunny days, stormy days, we have to remember to be thankful for the things that we have, the people that are in our lives, the things that we've been blessed with, the things that have been given to us, but maybe even more so on the sunny day when it's easy to be thankful because, you know, the circumstance that we're in right now, there's a storm just a few days away. You never know. I hope you guys are having a great weekend and a fantastic Sunday. Say a prayer for us down here in Florida and really for everybody that continues to be impacted and affected by these storms. Maybe we cruise next week, maybe we don't, but certainly we'll keep you guys connected with us. Thank you so much for watching the show. If you could hit the like button on the way out. If you want more, hit that subscribe button. Tony for La Lido Loca. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.